I've been obsessing over the upcoming Club World Cup, and I think I've cracked the code on who might win. But before we dive into the teams, let's talk about what makes this tournament so special. It's 2025, and for the first time ever, we're seeing a 32-team FIFA Club World Cup. This isn't just a game changer, it's a whole new book in the library of football history. And speaking of books, did you know that the collective word count of all the rules in football is probably less than one of my novels? Anyway, back to soccer. So, here's the deal with this new format. It's massive. We're talking 32 teams from around the globe, all converging on the United States for a month-long football extravaganza. It's like the World Cup, but for clubs, and it's going to be awesome. Which reminds me, I once tried to organize a World Cup of my own, with paper footballs. It didn't end well. But why is this such a big deal? Well, for the first time, we're going to see clubs from every corner of the world competing on a truly level playing field. It's not just about European dominance anymore, it's a chance for teams from Africa, Asia, and the Americas to show what they're made of. And let's be honest, as an American, I'm just excited to have a major football tournament that doesn't require me to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch. Now let's talk about the heavyweights. Real Madrid, as you probably know, is like the final boss in a video game of football. They've got this ridiculous lineup with Bellingham, Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and Rodrigo. It's like they're playing FIFA career mode in real life, and someone turned off the financial restrictions. Not that I've ever done that in FIFA. Okay, maybe once. Then there's Manchester City. Have you seen Erling Haaland play? The guy's basically a cheat code. City's got the talent, the resources, and the kind of relentless winning mentality that makes other teams wake up in a cold sweat. Another great team from England is Liverpool. Known for their strong performances in Europe, Liverpool has the capacity to challenge the best. Moving on to Germany, we've got Bayern Munich. They're like this perfectly engineered football machine. Jamal Musiala is doing things with a football that should be physically impossible, and Harry Kane, well, he's Harry Kane. They're so consistently good, it's almost boring. Almost. But then again, I find tax forms exciting, so maybe I'm not the best judge of boring. But don't count out Inter Milan. They're like the comeback kid of European football. After years of, not being quite at the top, they've rebuilt themselves into this tactical powerhouse. They're the team that makes you go, wait, when did they get so good? It's like when you don't see a friend for years and suddenly they're all muscular and successful. Not that that's ever happened to me. I'm still waiting for my glow up. Now let's hop over to France for a second. Paris Saint-Germain is like, imagine if you could build a team entirely out of superstars. That's PSG. They're the team everyone loves to hate because they're just so darn good. And then there's Chelsea. They've had their ups and downs, but they've got this knack for showing up when it really counts. They're like that friend who's always late to the party but somehow ends up being the life of it. Okay, so now we're getting to the really interesting part. Atletico Madrid is like the team version of that guy at the gym who doesn't look that strong but then deadlifts 500 pounds. And let's not forget about Al Ahly. Al Ahly's been dominating African football for so long, it's about time they got a shot at the big leagues. And Flamengo, they're bringing that Brazilian flair to the world stage. These teams might not be the favorites, but they're the ones that could turn this whole tournament on its head. It's like in every sports movie ever. There's always that team no one expects, and then bam, Cinderella story. So, what's this tournament actually going to look like? We've got 32 teams split into 8 groups of 4. The top 2 from each group move on to the knockout stages. It's simple, it's exciting, and it's going to be played across 12 different stadiums in the USA. From the glitz of Los Angeles to the grit of New York, this tournament is going to be a coast-to-coast football feast. And let me tell you, as someone who's done book tours across the US, these teams are in for quite a ride. Just wait till they try to navigate LAX during rush hour. In the end, trying to predict the winner of this tournament is like trying to predict the weather in England. Technically possible, but you're probably going to be wrong. What we do know is that it's going to be an incredible celebration of football, bringing together the best clubs from around the world. So grab your popcorn, pick a team, or several, and get ready for the beautiful chaos of the 2025 Club World Cup. And remember, in football as in life, don't forget to be awesome. Please give like to the channel and subscribe.